Don't worry about that shit though.
Yeah, man.
What up? What up? What up? What up, y'all? Sorry about the technical difficulties. We finally got this stuff. I'm going back, like I said, hey, I'm going back to beepers. I'm going back to home phones. Forget this technology stuff. Forget this because it's too much for me. Hey, anyways, we don't try this once again.
Yes.
Now today we got Reg reviews to the right of me, and then down the bottom we have Tribal. Go subscribe to That Ain't Rap podcast, and
Yes.
also go subscribe to Reg reviews. There's some good content and stuff
Don't
like
fuck with
that,
me.
and you guys won't be disappointed. Now, now you're probably wondering why am I not doing this first Child's Play? Well, I figured do this and let me do this second one because well, I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know me. I love the first one, but I kind of want to review the second one because this will be a little bit more of a rant than anything else, honestly. Now, Child's Play Part Two. This was released November 8th of 1990, and the budget of it is that there has a budget of $13 million, and opening wide, like opening its opening weekend was a little bit over 10 million. So you figure it opened November 9th, 1990, which for 1990 it's not too bad. Now it did gross at the U.S. and in Canada at 28. Someone say something.
Nah.
Okay. All right. So from the U.S. in the U.S. and Canada, it grossed $28 million and gross worldwide at $35 million, which, like I said, for 1990, it is not too bad. Now, um, what I could say about this sequel, I have my issues with the sequel. So I want to talk about the cast first. So you have Alex Vincent returning as Andy Barclay, and which Alex Vincent, I'm not gonna hold you. He was really good in the first one. Loved him in the first one. The second one, I honestly I think if it wasn't for him and maybe one or two more characters, this movie would have been a dud. Now, you have this time around. So you have Jenny a Gutter who plays Joanna Simpson, which at this point, um, Andy's basically placed in a foster home, and then you have well, yeah, she plays as a foster mom, Gary Graham, who also plays Phil Simpson. You have Christina Lees who plays Kyle, and then of course you have Brad Dourif who plays Chucky. Now, how the film starts. It opens up with practically Chucky. I think no, Andy. He's talking to a psychiatrist or whatever the case may be, because at this point his mother, practically his mother who was played by Catherine Hicks, um, basically she's in a mental institute, pretty much in a mental institute at this point, which it was pretty much implied. Now with Captain Hicks, the part of the reason why she was not in this movie is because there was rumors that she was pregnant by her husband, Kevin Yeager, who did the animatronics to Chucky, but she would come on set. You know what I mean, just to visit and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, which there was supposed I guess there was a deleted scene where she was in it. They showed her in the mental institute, after the events of the first one, you know what I'm saying? But that scene got deleted out, which to me, I thought that was one of the most important scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now at this point, Andy is placed in foster care. He's with his foster family, which I have a big problem with. His foster family, I thought probably one of the most stupidest parents that I've ever seen before, probably in history of horror film.
Mm.
I think they're so stupid. The dad was so boring.
Yeah,
Now, in the
he was an
scene
asshole.
where exactly where he fell down the stairs and he broke his neck, I
Hmm.
was actually glad because he deserved it. He deserved
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just by being stupid. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, Andy comes home to his foster family, and then he sees the Chucky doll, of course, Charles, whatever the hell you want to call it. So now Brad Dourif, I'm gonna be real with you. I have a problem with him as well too. I think his performance in this one, I think he overdid it. Like, and honestly, his performance was just overdone. It was just too hammy. At times he just overacted. Now, like the first one, he was great. He was great in the first one. The second one, I'm like, he just got no. I didn't really care for it, honestly. Now, what I could say about this movie is that it doesn't have it doesn't have the magic of the first one. I'm not gonna lie. The first one to me is always be a classic, honestly. The second one, it's just problems, up the wazoo. Like, the foster parents, I think, like I said, in the history of horror films, they were just stupid. They were the worst, and honestly they deserve their demise. I mean, I'm not gonna apologize for it. You know what I mean? Because when you sit here and yeah, you have Andy who's still going through the trauma of the first from the first film, and then now you have this Chucky person getting resurrected, and now he's in you know what I'm saying. So of course the parents are not gonna really believe them and stuff like that too. And if you think putting the doll in the basement to make it think to if that's gonna make things feel a lot better, no, it's not gonna. No. Yeah, that's just, if anything, that's just to me a dumb mistake. And then putting the doll in the trash as well too, which to me I thought that was dumb as well too. Um, but yeah, it's like, well, what do you think is gonna happen? You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because of course he's gonna try to get out of this, right?
Huh?
So I don't know. Like this film to me had a lot of issues. And then I don't really want to spoil the ending too much, but that the ending of that movie was I don't know. To me, the ending of that movie to me borrowed elements from like From Beyond, or like I don't know, like the ending was just too. I don't know. What did you guys think of the ending? Like, what did you guys think of it?
I thought the ending was cool, like the way that Chucky died. I liked it. It was something different. You know,
Yeah.
but this the looking back at this movie now, so many years later, like this movie didn't age well at all. Though. Like like
No.
you said, like the foster parents were assholes. Well, not even the mother. The mother, I think, was more understanding, but the father was an
Yeah.
asshole. The father, like
Mhm.
he really didn't want Andy there to begin with. And they already had taken a foster kid, the older teenage girl, and she was doing whatever she wanted to do, smoking and coming out late or whatever. And then Andy, they taking Andy, and the father already felt like Andy's nuts, and he have all these issues, and maybe he's blaming, he's telling the wife that he's ripping the family apart, and so he really didn't want Andy there to begin with, and I wish they would. I never saw that deleted scene with Andy's mother. They should have put that in the
Yeah.
that should have been in the beginning of the movie. Like when the movie starts, that should have been in the beginning of
I
the
agree.
movie, or at some point you save it at the end after they kill Chucky, and then you see Andy, maybe going to to see his mom or whatever, and then that could go into Child's Play 3, because he's a much older in part 3, but I think he was in military school, but I thought the kills were good.
Mhm.
I liked the kills in it. I just didn't like the dialogue didn't age well though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that the foster kids were saying, the foster parents were saying, it didn't age well. When you look back at it now, it was very outdated for 1990. But I feel like Andy being, what he went through as, when he was younger in part one, and in part two, he was real smarter. He was much more smarter in this one, and nobody believed him. It's like the foster parents didn't believe him. The teenage daughter didn't believe him until like after a while or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. But it wasn't, for me. It wasn't a great sequel. I know a lot of people love this sequel. They feel like it's the best one. I think part three was better. I think Bride of Chucky was better. You know, just the dad was just, he was just an asshole. I was glad when he died. When he fell down the stairs and Chucky broke his neck, I was happy. You know.
Yeah. I yeah. I strongly agree. You know what's funny too?
Uh,
The cop from the first one, Chris Sarandon, who
mhm.
played Mike Norris, he wasn't in this one either.
Yeah, where was he?
And huh?
Where was he at?
You know what's funny? What's funny was originally like he was gonna come back for the second one, but due to the budget, due to the budget, they cut his scenes out too, due to the
Oh,
budget. And mind you, Chris Sarandon, he was already an established actor at that time too.
right. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I never seen, like I said, like I didn't know the history behind like the sequel. So I remember when it came out, and I remember getting it on VHS and watching it, and I'm like, it's okay. It wasn't really the sequel I expected. I wanted the mother back in it, and for whatever reason at that time, and she didn't come back, and you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
you know, I like the kills in this. I think the kills were good, especially the kill with this the school teacher, Andy's teacher, and of course Andy goes to school, a new school, and the teacher don't believe him, and it's really Chucky doing he had the detention, and then Chucky kills the school teacher, and he's like, he used the ruler on her, and I wish they had showed that. I wish they had showed like the actual killing of the school teacher. It seemed like it might be. I feel like there's a director's cut of this film that we don't know about.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I would, because you only hear her. You hear her screaming. You don't actually see what Chucky's doing to her. So I'm like, there got to be like a director's cut somewhere.
Yeah, and what was funny is that that school teacher was played by Beth Grant.
Right.
Like she didn't want to do the role at first. She was hesitant. She didn't want
I've
to.
seen other things too. I've seen it in like other shows and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, facts.
Anthony, what up, bro? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Nathan
I
was
mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst Child's Play sequel because to me the latter ones, anything after Bride of Chucky was trash. I don't like Cedar Chucky. I think that was garbage. Cult and
right.
Curse, to me they both are like not great. You know what I mean? The
No,
reboot was terrible. You know what I'm saying? But I think like as far as like the original films, like the first four for me were like watchable. Like part one to me is the classic. I love part three, and to me part three is underrated, and I love part four. Part two was okay, but I
mm,
mean, like I've seen other people review it and say like it's the best one. I don't think it's the best one.
no. Um, I kind of want to talk about the remake for a second.
Uh,
I was not. The remake was so horrible.
yeah,
I was not convinced. Aubrey Plaza, are you kidding me?
yeah,
You could so Aubrey Plaza probably at that time she was probably in her late 30s, probably at that time, maybe.
yeah.
And like you mean to tell me that this is of all you this is the best person you this best actress you got?
I think they were going for like a younger Steve. Like the generation now don't know it. They didn't grow up with Charles Play, so I feel like they were going for a younger, a much younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's maybe they've seen Aubrey Plaza's films and they could relate to, oh, that's Aubrey from so and so, and she's playing Andy's mom. My issue with, I mean, there was a lot of issues with that film, but like one of the issues is like, why is Andy's already in high school? Why is he playing with a doll? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that you lonely and all that,
That's
and you might have
right.
fast, but I don't. What teenage boy at that is playing with a doll at his age?
Not even an action figure, a doll.
Like, not even an action figure. Like he's playing with a full grown doll, like a full doll. Like this is a doll that the my buddy little the doll that the kids had. You know what I'm saying? I'm like there was an issue with that from the beginning for me. You know,
Yeah. My biggest issue to me was the act. I didn't like Aubrey Plaza. I thought she was horrible. I thought
right?
the actor who played the little the teenager. I thought he was worse. And then
Yeah,
Brian Tyree Henry. Are you kidding me?
right.
A waste. Good, fine actor. He's a fine actor, but he was just a
Right.
waste. He didn't get much. Like no,
Yeah.
no,
Right.
just stop. No, I didn't. I had a lot of issues with it. They should have got somebody else.
Yeah. They don't even do it over. I mean, because you already announced that you was doing the TV series. Like that should have been the reintroduction anyway. Like you're doing the TV series. You had like 3 seasons. Well, I only saw season one. Season one was pretty good. I didn't see the other
Yeah,
two, but that should have been the only introduction. It doesn't need a reboot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like not everything needs a reboot. If
no,
anything,
it didn't.
what they're doing now with Scream and what they did with I Know What You Did Last Summer, you have like a legacy soft reboot sequel where you reintroduce these characters to like the younger generation, and then let them go back and watch the OG film instead of just doing over everything.
That I know what you did. That I know what you did last summer. That was nope.
You didn't like it?
I didn't.
It was okay. It wasn't
Up
great. It
and
was
up
okay.
until
Mhm.
up. Yeah, it wasn't great.
It had his moments.
Yeah, it had its moments.
Did you, did you see the Did you see the Did you see the trailer for the new Scream?
No, I got to see that. My homeboy said send it to me though. It's good. Yeah, I gotta check that.
You know what? With Kevin Williamson directing it, it looks good.
Okay.
I I approve it. It it looks good because it's basically like it's going back to it's on back though. That's what the spoiler
Right.
is.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your take on this movie, Reg?
Well, you guys should know I've never really been a big Chucky fan like that. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I've seen this movie in a minute and shit. And I gotta agree with what you all said. I just never really found these kind of movies scary. It's just all comedic and shit like that. Like y'all scared of this little motherfucker and shit. Like, but again, this is one of those movies where people made stupid decisions just to drive a plot. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? And I've always had issues with these kind of horror movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I feel like the best entertainment for these kind of movies is just the shock value of how,
Right.
like how the person get killed, how gruesome the kills are. Because that's pretty much what's the best thing about these movies, all the kills and shit like that. Because like I said, I never find these movies scary, and I might be, you might say to me, well, it's not supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be entertaining. It's horror
Right.
element. But I'm like, well, like a horror icon and some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and you know, I'm not really the biggest horror movie. It's certain horror movies I can fuck with. Some horror movies I'm just like I'm not a Freddy fan. I'm not a Jason fan.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't care about all that stupid shit. Like now, The Shining.
Pinhead. You like Pinhead?
You said what?
You like Pinhead? Hellraiser?
I never seen that. Never seen Hellraiser.
Okay.
Now it is a classic. I fucking
Me neither.
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
To me,
Did you
that's
see the
you said what?
TV series? Welcome to Derry.
I saw a little bit of it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I even like the reboot that came out years ago. To be real
Yeah,
with
that
you.
was. I like the first half. The second half was too many flashbacks.
I feel you.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't really like I said rewatching these movies now, like Child's Play. I didn't really care for it too much. I just feel like it was kind of silly.
And I think that's what it was going for too. Like at least not so much as the first one, but the sequels. I think
Right.
was going for more silly.
Yeah.
But like the first one, the only reason I love it is because to me it was more like don't even know too. It kind of had like a decent backstory, but the second one it picks up where the first one left off. But you had two key characters that's no longer in it, so who's gonna fill the void? Andy is gonna fill the void. I mean, yeah, but he needs backup. And his foster parents ain't gonna do it. Like his mother, yeah, his mother. You said what?
No, you right. I agree.
Okay, yeah, like his foster mother was more understanding than father. Father was an asshole. He like he deserved it, but I think the two standouts were Alex Vincent, and then you had Kimberly Elise, who was also the his Andy's foster sister, which Kimberly Elise, that was her first film debut as well too. Despite being in TV, like TV guest starring roles too.
So let me ask y'all a question.
What do you guys give it? out of 10?
Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 6. I really felt like the only good things about it to me was the kills, and it's really Andy and the Foster sister that really had to anchor the movie, because they killed off the foster parents, and there wasn't really no other character, like like we had in part 1, where it was just all on Andy and the foster sister. You know what I'm saying? And I felt
Right.
like the cop, Crystal Randon, should have been back, and the mother should have been back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was a huge departure from those characters not being in the second one. But I just feel like the dialogue was is not good when you look back at it now. It didn't hold up. You know, the foster dad, I hated the foster dad. He treated Andy like crap.
You
You
just have a
know,
lot of hate for
Hmm.
this foster.
I
Like,
don't
what
I
the
don't like
fuck?
it. I just feel like he was an
I
asshole,
do
and
too.
Jesus Christ.
that's not how you treat kids, especially a kid that's not even yours. That's not even your blood, and you didn't welcome Andy like the mother. Mother was more understanding, but it was like she was like real stupid, because she was whatever the dad said, she was following along with the husband. You know what I'm saying? It's like she didn't have a mind of her own. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by it's outdated. Like, if they do that now, you're not gonna have two foster parents where one the dad is like that, and then the mother's following the dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think, like, with women empowerment and all that stuff now, you have a strong woman that would go against the dad. But back then it was the 90s, and I guess that's how it was, on TV and all that. But it was just bad. I didn't like the parents. You know, I felt like they should have did more with the foster sister. Like, there was a point when she was going at Chucky, but Chucky end up like holding her hostage, and making her drive to get Andy. Because they had took Andy out of the house or whatever after the mother got killed. After the father got killed, and she didn't. The sister didn't like. It was like she was a rebel, but she wasn't really like, she was afraid of Chucky though. Until like the end, when they get to the factory, and then that's when it seemed like Andy was smarter than her. You know what I'm saying? And I like the ending. But I don't think it held up compared to, like, the first one. To me, is always gonna be the best one. Part 3 to me is severely underrated. I think that was a
Right.
better one. Part 4, Bride of Chucky, I love. I think that the addition of Tiffany and Chucky was great. It was That one was more like a horror comedy though, because I feel like with the introduction of Tiffany with all of them, it became a horror comedy after the first 3. You know what I'm saying? And if they do another, I want Chucky to go back to his old self, where he didn't say too much shit, and he was just killing. Like, same with Freddy. Like, after Freddy became a pop culture icon, he had the stupid one-liners in the films, and you know what I'm saying? It's like he became bigger than the franchise. Whereas in part 1, we see Nightmare on Elm Street part 1 and 2, he was just Freddy Krueger, just a slasher. He wasn't saying too much shit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So that's what they got to go back to. Like, have Chucky be a slasher again, and he ain't saying too much shit. No, but I give it a 6. I don't think it was a great sequel.
I would love to see more of, you know, Chucky's, more of his backstory,
Yeah,
like more of it.
yeah.
We got some of it in part 1, which I
Mhm.
led one of the reasons why I love part 2. But I would love to see like the origin
Right.
of it. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Now, the foster sister, I want to talk about her for a second. The actress, Christine Elise. Um, it's funny how you said that she was a rebel. she always played rebel roles, and from what, okay, so my introduction to her, she was in she guest starred in 21 Jump Street. She in season 4. She stood out there. She was she had a recurring role in Head of Class. I think she was in like 5-6 episodes there. Um, and this is her first film debut, which I think was a remarkable film debut, but underutilized. I feel. You know what I'm saying? Now, before I give my rating, Reg, what do you give your rating? You say you want to ask a question.
I'm gonna give this movie a 5 out of 10. To be real with you. But I was gonna ask y'all, since y'all more fans of this than me, were you when you first watched this movie, were you initially scared or were you more entertained?
The first one, bro, like when I was little, the first like one of the first horror films I've seen was Poltergeist. That shit scared me. And then um the first Nightmare on Elm Street film I saw was actually Freddy's Revenge. It was part 2. I didn't see part 1 yet. I had saw part 2 was the first one I saw on VHS. You know, because my aunt was into horror films, and my mom she was scared of horror films. She didn't want to watch it, but we like all of us watched it together. And I remember watching it, and I was afraid of Freddy back then. But like over the years, like seeing the first Child's Play film, I loved because he didn't say too much. He was just for the half of the film, he didn't say nothing. He was just a slasher. And once he got popular, they changed that up. And then especially when they brought Tiffany in, it became a horror comedy franchise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those kills that would have been, really sinister if he wasn't saying shit, they became funny because it was like they had the score became funny, and then the way that they killed him became funny. So it became a horror comedy. But I liked the first one. I loved him like that. Part 2, when I watched it, I wasn't scared. It was like it was okay. Even watching it back then, I felt like they could have did so much more. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't watched it in like 30 years. So this is the first time I'm actually watching it since I watched it back in the day because I didn't like it. I'm like, yo, let me watch this again to see how I feel about it. And I watched it and I still don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed things now when I'm older that I really didn't either I didn't care or I didn't notice when I was younger when I watched it. But I still feel like the dialogue didn't hold up after all these years. You know what I'm saying? When you watch, there's certain films that when you watch it, no matter how old they are, the dialogue still holds up. This dialogue don't hold up. And it's in 1990. You know what I'm saying? And it still don't hold up for me. And I felt like Kimberly Elise, her character was underutilized. She could have did so much more in the film, but it kept her as a rebel. She was rebellious. She was smoking and going out late, and and then killing off the parents early. That might have been a mistake too, because if anything, keep the mother alive. Don't kill the mother off. Kill the father. I didn't care for him at all. He should have died in the first episode of scene. Then I care for him. But if anything, you keep the mother alive because the mother, she was more endearing to when they brought in Andy, and she really cared about him. The father didn't give a damn. And I felt like if you keep the mother alive, maybe then at the end of the film you have that scene where the foster mother is taking Andy to see his real mom when she was at the nut house or whatever. That would have been a perfect ending to that film.
Right.
It was missed opportunity by the director.
Yeah, and I strongly agree too, because if you're gonna kill, like, and here's my other thing too, like, if you're gonna kill both parents, at least like let's see Annie's mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And why not bring back the cop? Why not bring back Chris Sarandon's character?
Why was it? I mean, did they want more money? Maybe that's what it was.
It was because I guess it was the budgetary reasons.
Right.
I guess. And yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Chris Sarandon was a big name.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they couldn't afford him, I guess. But Yeah, he did Fight Night. Yes, he did Dog Day Afternoon. Let's not forget where he played
That's
a transvestite in Dog Day Afternoon.
I
But
forgot that's the one with Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, right?
I saw that film. I
Yep.
forgot he was there.
Yep, he was in. Yep, he was in that. He played. I think it was Al Pacino's transvestite love interest.
Holy shit! I don't even remember that scene. When I
I
saw that,
don't need. I don't need.
I saw that over the pandemic. I don't even remember that.
Mm-mm,
That's wild.
I don't either. I don't either. Until I looked up the cast. I looked up the cast, and I'm like, wait a minute. What? Like what? I'm like, oh hell, wow, okay. Um, I think Alex Vincent. I think he gives another strong performance in this movie. Christina Elise, I thought was very solid. I
Mm,
think both. If it wasn't for the both of them, this movie would be trash.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck. Now we're talking about now. This movie came out around 1990, the same year that Godfather Part Two. Now we're talking about a satisfying death. I put that up there with Sofia Coppola's death as well too, which I want. Let me tell you something. I would have been sad if it was Winona Ryder who played Sofia Coppola's character. I would have been
Yeah.
sad. But Sophia, I was happy. I was glad. Thank you. Get this bitch off this. Kill this bitch off now. That was the worst performance. That was horrible, and you couldn't. Nobody could tell me otherwise. No, that was horrible. And satisfying death. That was satisfying along with the foster dad. And
Right.
Try, I agree. He should have been killed off early. I don't know why he wasn't.
Yeah.
As far as the ratings go, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because it was yes, it was entertaining. Yes, the two performances I mentioned were very solid, but um Brad Dourif, I thought he overacted in some parts. The father I didn't really care for, but his death scene I actually enjoyed that one. Um, yeah, it was a good. It was kind of a good follow up to
Mhm.
the first, kind of sort of, but it wasn't. Was it? I mean, it wasn't like the greatest sequel, but I'll give it a 7.5 out.
That's a solid rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm being nice. I'm being real nice. And listen,
Like I said, like it's compared to the latter sequels, it's watchable. Like I could watch Child's Play 2
yes,
over see the Chucky and Curse and
right.
Coach and Chucky, the remake. But I just felt like they were those characters. Krista Rannon should have been back, and the mom. At least if we don't bring the mom back for the whole film, we have that one scene that they deleted that could have been a pivotal scene for that film. Because
Exactly. That
when
could
you're
set the tone.
watching it, because part one was such a classic, and then you're watching part two, and then you're wondering immediately, well, where's Andy's mom? Why is he a foster kid? What happened to the mom after the events of the first film? And they don't even explain that.
They don't. They don't
Like
explain it.
they mentioned that. But I think the father had mentioned that she went to the nut house or whatever. But it would have been actually a good thing to see, so the fans could see her at the nut house. So like, okay, so Andy's mom is still alive. She's not dealing with the events of what happened in the first movie. Now we know where she's at. They didn't even show them.
It would have set the tone of the whole movie.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like if there's a director's cut, you might need that director's cut.
Well, it did come out 4K. When was that? A couple years ago. I don't even think it even got direct. It even got direct. We should
Yeah.
have. We should have got a director's cut. We should have got all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we did. But
Right.
I don't know. Um, Another franchise that's underrated is Phantasm. I've never seen Phantasm before.
I've only seen the first one. I didn't even bother watching the others, and I thought the first one was okay. It wasn't like something that would make me watch the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Q Smooth, what's good? What What do you think about the other Chucky films, like Sea of Chucky and Bride of Chucky? I
Bride of
love
Chucky.
Bride of. Go ahead.
Yeah. I like Bride of Chucky. I don't feel like. See, the thing is, like once they brought Tiffany in, she became popular. So now you can't kill her off. Now you got it. It's like
Fact.
now it's Chucky and Tiffany. Whereas before it was like it's just Chucky. You know what I'm saying? But I like Bride. I just felt like the all of their films after Bride included Tiffany, and then they had the kid in Cedar Chucky, which was terrible. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they have to, if they want to continue the franchise, they got to kill off Tiffany so that it can just go back to being focused on just Charles Lee Ray, aka Chucky, and not Tiffany and these other characters with him.
But Bride of Chucky introduced me to Katherine Heigl, um, which she was, well, of course, she was in a show called Roswell. I think it was that next year. I think, if I'm not mistaken. And she was in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
That was my introduction. It was her and that the lead actor, Nick Stabile. His name is Nick Stabile, who which I kind of, huh?
No, I hear you.
Yeah, which I kind of followed because he was in soap opera called Sunset Beach, and I kind of like follow. He was like one of my favorite characters
Right.
of that show, so I kind of like follow. When I heard he was gonna be doing Bride of Chucky, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see this. I was like, oh, this is actually good. But see, around 96 range to like maybe 2003 2004, that was when you saw more teen horror more than anything else.
Yeah.
Around that time too, I felt like movies like Final Destination and The Faculty, those were I'm not gonna lie, those were good movies. Those
Mhm.
were kind of classics.
Definitely.
Even the 1991 Chucky movie was all right. Yeah, that was Child's Play 3 when he went to the military. I need to rewatch that.
Mhm.
But my thing is, how did Andy become a teenager though?
See, like they skip like years. They skip years between, like, what happened between 2 and 3. Like we didn't get to see that. Like by the time 3 comes, he's already like a teenager. He's in boot camp, military school, and then he's like meeting a whole new set of friends, and you know what I'm saying. And then he had like a love interest in that one. So there was a lot going on. And then Chucky ended up following him to the military school. And that's when all the chaos started. But I felt like that was a stronger sequel in part 2.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch it. I'm hesitant, but
Even with that sequel, I don't remember them even like mentioning his mom and what happened to his mom and all that.
no, it was just they just wiped it off. You know, they
Right.
just wiped it out of the whole series, which
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mom who was played by Catherine Hicks in the first one, the best to me. Yes, I
Mhm.
don't see anybody else that would play Andy's mom.
Right.
I just don't see it. And she wasn't. I mean, she was just coming off of what was that one of the Star Trek movies. She was just coming off of that too.
Oh
So
yeah, that's it. She played wasn't she married to Kirk in the original films?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That's right. She was in those films.
Yep. She was in one of the Star Trek films.
I'm
Yep.
supposed to have her. I have one the Star Trek box set, the 4K box set. I still haven't gotten it yet. I'm waiting for this the dude on his channel to send me it. He hasn't sent that shit to me in like 4 years. I'm like, what's the hold up?
They got a 4K box set of
Yeah,
that.
he got a box set of like the original Star Trek films.
Is it like the steel book or like slipcover?
I don't know. It's in like a big box, and it's like the first 6 films, like from the motion
Ooh.
picture to what's the sixth one,
Ooh.
like Generations or whatever.
Oh wow.
I forgot the sixth film after like the Undiscovered Country was like I think maybe that might have been the sixth film. I forgot, but yeah, they have a 4K box set. But I had one to set a couple of years ago, and he still hasn't sent it to me.
I used to have all of them on like 4K steelbook.
No,
The William Shatner films.
yeah, it's those. I had
Keyword.
on VHS back in the day. Like I had like the first like 4.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to watch the movies. I need to watch them.
Yeah, they good.
Yeah, yeah. Even William Shatner, even though I can't take his acting serious, but I mean, shoot, hey, it is what it is.
He was great as Captain Kirk. I enjoyed him in that role.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's what's up. I never seen none of the Chucky. I didn't see the TV series of Chucky. I heard it was pretty good though. I
yeah.
heard they brought back most of the
But
people.
I mean, I was like a new set of kids in high school. Chucky. He was becoming friends with like one of them to like kind of like control him and go against his other friends in school. He was being bullied in school. You know, they touched on the friend that was the boy that was being bullied, and he was friends with Chucky. He was also like gay or whatever, so he had like a gay love interest in school in the story. And it was, and then they brought back Tiffany, of course. And this is the thing, is like every Chucky film now you're gonna see Tiffany with him, and I feel like they got to kill Tiffany off forever so that you can get back. The focus is back on just Chucky.
Right. Yeah, that is true. Oh man. What time is that? What time is that? One review. What are we reviewing tonight again?
Shining.
When is that? Because
Shine.
I just finished watching it. Finally, I just finished watching it after falling asleep twice. That's how you know this is not a good movie. Fell asleep twice to watch this damn film. You know what I'm saying? And any film that's gonna make you fall asleep more than once is not a great film. You know?
Honestly, we can do that. You said what? You said what?
Nah, what you were saying?
I mean, Mike, did you see the movie yet or no?
Honestly, I don't even need to see it because I've seen it already.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we can do it like 12:15, 12 midnight,
All
12:15.
right. 'Cause you didn't
Midnight
finish
12.
watching it yet, right? You didn't finish watching it?
I'm literally almost done watching it. Literally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's like 9:15 my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because honestly, I might make the review like an hour. But this was fun. Even this is a fun experience doing
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chucky.
yeah. This was definitely a fun review. What are you guys doing any? You guys are probably not doing any reviews on Halloween, ain't y'all?
No, I ain't done. I ain't doing. I was thinking about doing something this week, and then I wasn't. I was too busy to do it, so I just Like maybe next year, I have an idea in mind that I want to do. So
Mm.
you know what I mean. It's definitely a franchise that I haven't watched all the sequels for. So I'm like, yeah, I might just cover that franchise for next year on review.
I'll
For
let you know what
me,
I do.
for me, after this, after this, no, not, after Regis review, after that, I'm doing the only thing I'm doing, watching a horror movie marathon that's starting right after, and then hey, it's going to November 1st.
Right,
November 1st.
right.
I got all. I'm handpicking horror movies that I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch. I don't know.
same.
Maybe I'll probably throw Sinners in. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Ooh.
There's a couple I haven't
Whoa.
seen it. Like The Witch. I haven't seen that. I want to watch that.
Hmm.
Even the Shining sequel, Doctor Sleep. A lot of people love
Yeah.
that sequel. I'm kind of interested in seeing, the sequel for that.
Right.
You know, I hope I'm not bored again. I don't want to waste another night falling asleep on a movie I don't like. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, at least y'all don't fall asleep on no live. You know what I'm saying? At least.
Oh
Hey.
man.
Oh boy.
That's funny.
I like I kind of like the Michael Myers films up until a certain point.
Yeah.
Like, of course, the 1978 is always going to be my favorite.
Uh,
The sequel, the second one, it was alright.
right.
Nah, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this one. I actually love the third one. I
A
liked
lot
it.
of time, yeah.
Yeah, I liked the third one.
Yeah.
Halloween H2O. When I saw it recently,
Uh,
I thought it wasn't too. It wasn't too bad. I
right.
thought. What was it? Halloween Resurrection. Well, I mean, when you put Buster Rhymes and he thinking he fucking
Right.
uh Jim Kelly.
Right.
Okay. Yep. All right. All right.
Right.
Whoa! Yeah. Yeah. We doing that now. Oh, all right. We doing that. Okay. Oh boy. But
I'm about to send y'all the invites
yeah.
and shit.
All right.
Did y'all? Did you? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, what else? Yeah. My idea of movies that I'm gonna watch is hopefully maybe The Lost Boys. Who knows? I might throw that in. Who knows?
Classic. I never get
Yeah.
tired of hearing watching it.
What are your thoughts on Near Dark? Came out that same year. What are your
I never
thoughts?
that's the one vampire film I gotta watch. I never watched that one. That's supposed to be like a great vampire film too.
I'm not gonna hold you.
So
That I put that up there with Lost Boys. I put that up there.
okay, okay. So is that good then?
The Halloween films are good, but some are yeah, of course. Yeah, some of them definitely better than others. Um, a lot of people don't like part three. I loved it for what it was because it didn't have Michael Myers. I welcomed it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Halloween H2O, I actually liked. Um, Halloween Resurrection, well, like I said, I mean, you had Bust Jim Kelly, Buster Rhymes, okay, who's doing karate. Okay, I see where we go. A rapper doing karate. Okay, I see that.
Oh, shit, motherfucker.
I didn't know rappers could do karate. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know Hey, what is his name? He was in what's that new Denzel movie, Highest to Lowest? What's
It's
that
that
rapper
Rocky.
name?
It's that Rocky.
Is that right?
ASAP Rocky. He even
Yeah,
he even got a Gotham nomination.
that's
Let's
crazy.
keep it a buck. He got a Gotham nomination. Hey, his performance in that movie is getting talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Nah, well, hey, anything with these rappers, anything can happen.
Right.
Um, I enjoyed Halloween 3 is underrated. I strongly agree. I love Lost Boys and they're dark. Yes, they're under. You know, the Lost Boys, as far as underrated,
That's a classic.
it's a classic. Yeah, Near Dark, I feel like it's more underrated. But yeah, I can see where you coming from. I can't get mad about that.
Mhm.
When it's Near Dark 4K, um, hopefully, hopefully when the anniversary. I guess it should have been out though. I ain't gonna hold you, Near Dark. Yeah, that should have been out on 4K. I mean, if y'all, hey, if y'all put Lost Boys on 4K, why not Near Dark, right?
Right.
That should have made it.
Back.
Hey, but hey, what? Speaking of which, hey, put the sequels of Sleepaway Camp on 4K, but not the first one. Okay,
Right.
the Lost Boys sequels, they can kiss my ass. They're trash.
That was bad.
Yeah, that Lost
Mhm.
Boy. What it should have been called the Lost Men because they're not boys no more. They're
Right.
old.
That was, mhm.
So let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
What's the worst horror movie that you guys ever seen? The worst.
Right. There's so many.
Oh shit.
Like
But
if you had to name one,
the Bye Bye Man, you remember that?
the Who.
The
Oh
Bye Bye Man?
god.
That was bad. That was trash.
Yikes.
There's so many. I've seen a lot of bad horror films, though, like especially the remakes, like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I hated.
I
Um,
hated that.
Rob Zombie Halloween 2. I hated that. I like the
Yikes.
first one. I went to see the first one. I like the first Rob Zombie, the remake, but the second one, the thing with Michael's mom and the white horse, and I didn't like that shit at all. That didn't
Yeah.
make no sense to me. Um, it's a lot though, but yeah, but Bye Bye Man was just garbage. That was like whenever they put a film in January, that's like the bad part of like the movie season because they know a lot of people not gonna go to the movie theater. You know, it's in the winter time and everything. A lot of bad movies they put in the theaters in January. That was one of those films that came out in January, and it was just bad.
Mm-mm. Yikes. For me, I'll have to say the remake of the Boogeyman.
I remember seeing that one, the first one.
Yeah, yeah, that or the remake of Child's Play.
I didn't like that. That's another one.
One Missed Call.
I remember seeing that, but it wasn't great. You know,
I got one.
no,
What's up?
This is gonna be controversial, but Leprechaun in the Hood.
I
What?
didn't see none of
I'm
those.
just
I saw the
joking.
first Leprechaun, and that was it. I didn't see the other people.
Yeah,
I refuse to
just
watch those. I not watching those.
I know
I
a
can
lot.
see you. Go ahead.
I know a lot of people love that movie too.
I can see. I can see. A leprechaun in the hood. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I saw the Leprechaun, the remake with Hornswoggle. That was trash.
Oh no.
That was bad. He didn't even look like a leprechaun. He looked like one of them orcs from Lord of the Rings.
You know what? Controversial.
Uh,
Paul Mooney was right. Precious is a horror movie. Y'all remember that movie Precious?
Yes.
you watched it? No, watched it.
Paul Mooney was right. That is a black horror movie either way.
Yeah, I felt like he was like abusing her daughter and all that.
You want that white bitch in my house?
I was like, yo, I ain't watching
Abusing
that.
her daughter,
Yeah,
having sexual relations with her daughter. Shit.
that's why I didn't want to watch it. I'm like, that shit got nominated for an Oscar, right?
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that
Monique, she actually won.
She won. Oh wow,
She
yeah.
won. She won damn near every award in the book.
that's
Well
cool.
deserved, though. Well
Right.
deserved. I will say that.
Right. But why is it they gotta like our people gotta be put in ratchet situations to get an accolade? You know what I'm saying? Like Holly Berry had to be naked to get an Oscar for Monsters Ball. You know, Monique had
Yep.
to abuse her daughter so that she could get an Oscar.
Jamie Foxx had to be blind to get an Oscar.
Right, exactly.
Oh!
So you know he wasn't
Hey,
getting an Oscar for Miami Vice.
he should have. I felt like he should have won for Collateral too. That was good.
It was
That was
good,
good.
yeah.
Will Smith had to slap somebody to get an Oscar.
Stop.
Yeah, and I fuck with Will Smith, but come on, man.
Right?
I
Oh
bet
God.
you the Oscars weren't even gonna pick his ass. But after what
Exactly.
happened, they was like, let's
Yep.
just embarrass him.
He might
Let's
slap
have
one
this
of
black
us.
let's have
You
this
know?
black man cry on
Well,
stage.
well, I
'Cause
mean,
why he ain't win an Oscar for Alito? Why he
Right.
ain't win an Oscar for Pursuit of Happiness?
Exactly.
Y'all wait till
Yep.
he
Pursuit of
slap the house
Happiness.
nigga. Make him embarrassed and shit. Let's Janet Jackson his ass right now and shit. Pretty much.
Oh no. Oh, Janet Jackson. Wow.
Let's just
Well,
embarrass this black man and have him cry like a little ass.
Yep.
well, I mean, look,
And I like King Richard.
I didn't see it.
Hey, I never watched it.
Well, when you have a mediocre comedian who makes a joke, a G.I. Jay joke, okay, you deserve it. You kind of deserve it, and deserve to get slapped in a sense. Like he's not Chris Rock is not to me. He's not funny. He was never funny to me. I'm
Wow.
sorry. I'm very particular. Like I never thought what's his name? Chris Farley. I never thought he was funny at all either.
Right.
Adam Sandler for the longest time, I never thought he was funny. I didn't like him either up until Punch when I saw him in Punch Drunk Love, that changed my whole perspective. I ain't gonna hold you. Who else? Rob Schneider. You could chalk that up. When was the one movie he actually did good in?
You didn't like was it Deuce Bigelow?
He was alright. Looking back, he was alright. Hell, even what's his name? Who did Encino Man? Pauly Shore.
Sure, yeah.
Pauly Shore. No.
Yeah.
Yahoo Serious? Are you kidding me? He sounds like a Yahoo.
I didn't understand the hype behind Pauly Shore, but he was from MTV.
I didn't understand it either. Pauly Shore, to me, the only thing he's done, he did a horror movie back in the late 80s, which I thought he was solid. He just started in 21 Jump Street. He was also solid. Right. But other than that, though, no, I didn't understand the hype. I thought he was not funny at all.
Right. Yep.
Oh man. So y'all ready for the Shining review?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Definitely.
like I said, I'm gonna be real. This is gonna be like no longer than like an hour and 15, hour and 30, low key.
You got that much to say about it, Reg?
I want to give everyone a fair shot, but Mike got me in a horror movie mode. I might watch some scary shit tonight, dude, just to ring in Halloween and shit.
Right.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, listen, y'all, put your phone on do not disturb and watch some horror movies too.
Right.
That's what I'm
Facts.
doing too.
Facts.
That's what I was telling Reg. I was like, if it's not y'all messaging me,
Uh,
I ain't trying to hear nothing.
facts.
Hey,
Love
I
off.
ain't trying to hear nothing.
Yep. You know.
Paulie Shore is annoying as hell. Yeah, he is. He's annoying.
Even that name is annoying, Pauly Shore.
I give.
Sounds like a
You said what?
sounds like an alcoholic drink you find at a beach.
He used to talk with that surfer accent, that surfer dude accent.
Oh, that makes it even better.
You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like that's why he got so famous because he was talking like a surfer, and he was from MTV.
Oh yeah, that makes it even better. Shit. I knew he was. I knew he was. Wasn't he part of the real world or some shit?
Nah, he was hosting the MTV shows, like the video shows and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, he was a VJ.
Yeah, he was a VJ back then.
yeah.
They just make anybody famous on MTV, man.
Yep.
Man,
Pauly
yeah.
Shore.
Pauly Shore, correct. I'll give him. I'll give him Encino, man. I'll give him that. That's it.
Right.
That was. I mean, that was because. Well, that was because too. Brendan Fraser was in that one too. A better
Right.
actor. Let's
Right.
keep
Right.
it a buck.
Yeah. He's come a long way since Encino Man.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Would have been better without Pauly. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. Hell,
Yeah.
I put freaking Josh. Hey, Josh Brolin would have been better. Let's keep it a buck. I said it.
Right.
I said. Hey, if y'all seen Thrashing, if you know, you know.
Right.
Oh man. Oh shit. It's 8:55. Whoa. 11:55 for y'all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I already sent y'all the invites too. So
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna make an announcement right now. So I'm gonna let y'all know now. I am moving back to the East Coast. I'm hoping by next month. Stuff
Oh,
like that too. You're definitely gonna get more YouTube content, more reviews and stuff. So yeah, just to let y'all know. Um, I don't know. Like I thought about doing something for Halloween, but honestly, no, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
right.
Who knows? If I do, I'll let you guys know too as well too.
All right.
Um, now as far as doing more stuff on channel, yes, I'm definitely gonna go back to movie reviews, album reviews, and like random live streams and stuff like that. So that's my big announcements. But before we get out of here, I'm gonna look at this comment. Look at this comment real quick. I am watching the original Fight Night classic, Lost Boys and Near Dark tonight. Yes, classics. So, anything you guys have to say before we get up out of here?
This was great, man. It was great to like talk horror films. I love horror films and Halloween. So salute to you, Mike.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll definitely talk more horror films.
Yeah.
We'll definitely. I mean, it's not just going to be like, tonight. We definitely. I'm still doing top 20 horror films, so I'm still doing that.
Okay, cool.
So, anything you guys have on your channels coming up?
I did a well I've been I'm a gamer too. I've been doing a lot of like recording my gameplay stuff and uploading to YouTube. So I got today Destroy All Humans. I was playing that game and uploaded some gameplay for that. Tomorrow I got Devil May Cry Part 5. That'll be up. And yeah, just bringing more game content to the channel, and of course live streams every Wednesday night at 8. Shout out to Rockabash and Uncle Freezy, Ray Lansky. Reg was on there with us on Wednesday. Me and Reg also did another vinyl challenge, top 10 vinyl albums with faces, the faces on the cover. And I know the Red B just did his challenge also. I gotta go check that out. Shout out to him. So just a lot more stuff coming.
That's what's up. What's up? Y'all go subscribe to that a rap podcast. That is DAT rap
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
DAT. I can't stress that enough.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you, Nate. I appreciate it. Reg, what you got going on your channel?
Well, besides the chatting review, I'm still pre-recording a few things. Got some reviews coming up and everything like that too. Hopefully, once I get this break from these gigs and stuff like that, I'm gonna get more back. I'm more back to reviews and shit. Appreciate Try for letting me talk about the live yesterday and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, stay tuned for some shit.
Okay.
Most definitely. I just came up with something, but I am not gonna exactly speak it up here.
Okay.
But I just came up with an idea of something. I'm gonna message you, Reg, and try to talk about it.
Cool.
But this has been a fun review and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't seen the Child's Play series, I will say this. I will watch at least up until Child's Brother Chucky. Any was it Seed of Chucky or Father of Chucky, Baby Chucky, all of them? No, don't even bother. But yeah, so definitely check those out and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody who came in here and stick it out with us with the technical difficulties and all that stuff. And in a few minutes, we are all going to be going to Reg reviews, which he's going to be talking about The Shining from 1980. That's Jack Nicholson. So definitely subscribe to these two. They put out way more content than I do. Stuff like that. Hey, they're the OGs. You know what I'm saying? So hey. So with that being said, we're gonna get out of here. So be sure to go on to Reg Reviews where we're gonna talk about The Shining, and we're all gonna be there. It's gonna be a great live stream, y'all. So with that being said, we are gonna get out of here for a little bit. So we will see you guys later. And to y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Nathan, thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, bro. And you guys have a good one now. Peace.